Hello dosto. Let's start today's session with a story. Once upon a time, in a little town, there lived a cat named Kitty. One night, a twinkling star fell into Kitty's garden with a purr of delight. Though Kitty discovered it was a wishing star. Making a wish, Kitty watched as the night filled with sparkles, turning dreams into reality. As Kitty curled up in bed, the stars glowed and whispered promises to the more magical nights to come. Did you like the story? Fantastic! Let's start our fun journey today. Today, we are talking about some famous celebrated storybooks. We have Pratik with us, who will take us to this beautiful world of storybooks. So, what are you waiting for? Let's get started. Look at the first storybook. Yes, it is Panchatantra. It is one of the oldest and most popular animal tales and moral stories collected over centuries. These stories are written by Vishnu Sharma to teach children important life lessons through the adventures of animals and birds. The most well known stories are The Lion and the Mouse and The Clever Hare. This one is Amar Chitra Katha. It is a comic book series that brings old Indian epics, mythology, and historical stories to life. Anand Pai's comic introduced young readers to Indian culture and history in an interesting and fun way. This is Jataka Tales. It is a collection of stories based on the previous birth of Buddha. These tales shows the Buddha's previous lives as animals, providing important insights into the moral principles and humanity. The Monkey King and the Wise Stag stories are well known to children. Look at this one. This is one of the famous celebrated storybooks of all times. Yes, it is Tenali Raman, also known as Tenali Ramakrishna. He was a clever, funny person in King Krishnadevaraya's court. The Tenali Raman tales shared interesting stories and solved problems in a fun way. Children love his stories like the stolen well and the magical oils because they are engaging. Now, look at this one. This is also one of the very famous celebrated storybook. Yes, it is Akbar and Birbal stories. They are about witty talks between King Akbar and his loyal minister Birbal. These stories show how smart Birbal is and how he solves his problems. Children enjoy funny and clever stories like The Two Mules and Three Questions. The Blue Umbrella by Ruskin Bond is a lovely story about a girl named Binya and her special blue umbrella. The story takes place in the beautiful mountains of Himachal Pradesh and teaches children about being kind, sharing, and finding joy in a simple things. Another very famous celebrated storybook is Malgudi Days. It is a collection of short stories by R.K. Narayan. The stories takes place in an imaginary village named Malgudi. Each tale is about different people and situations and it teaches about everyday life. These books tells about Indian culture and beliefs. This is Gajapati Kulapati. It is a very popular Indian children's book by Ashok Rajgopalan. The story is about Gajapati Kulpati, a large friendly elephant living in a community. The book takes young readers on a lovely journey through Gaja's daily routine and interactions with the villagers. This one is one of the very famous comic book named Till. It is a famous Indian comic book series created by Anant Pai. It has fun, interesting stories that are loved by children. It covers a variety of stories including humor, adventure, mystery, mythology, and educational content. Supadi, Shikari Sambu, Tantri and the Mantri, and the Kalia the Crow are some popular characters. And that wraps up our journey today. We all love bedtime stories, don't we? All the stories we read in our bedtime give us moral values and life skills. These values are beautifully presented in the form of different stories. So, what are we waiting for? Let's read one of the stories in our bedtime and learn some moral values. Until then, keep learning, keep exploring, and thank you so much for watching.